So I have decided to really quickly before the playoffs start, because they start tonight, make my NHL playoff predictions. So let's just hop right into it. In the first round, I have the Winnipeg Jets beating the St. Louis Blues. The St. Louis Blues were super hot, but no, they're not, and they're gonna get beat in 6 games by the Jets. Dallas versus Colorado. I have Colorado. I had Dallas for so long, and then Heiskanen's still day to day, and Robertson's out. So I just have Colorado, and then Vegas versus Minnesota. I think this is going to be a cakewalk for Vegas. I think Vegas wins it in five. LA versus Edmonton. This is the first year that I think LA has the team to beat Edmonton. Edmonton's been struggling a lot, and usually they do have their regular season struggle time, but this year's a little different. This team feels a little different. It doesn't feel like they're ready to be a contender. And then we got Toronto versus Ottawa. This is just Toronto just can't choke it. That's all it is Toronto going to choke. That's the only thing, because Toronto is a big dog. They have a good team this year. They're ready to go. Ottawa just barely snuck in there. You know, they're a good team. I'll give them that, but they aren't the Leafs. And then you got Florida versus Tampa. This one's pretty simple to me. I have Florida in six. I just think that team's way too good, and with Marchand, Seth Jones, as much as a lot of people hate him, Seth Jones is a good defenseman. The the deadline acquisitions for them was just unreal. Washington versus Montreal. I see this a lot like when the Leafs first snuck into the playoffs in, what was it, 2017, and they played Washington, and they snuck a couple games in there, but they were never going to win the series. And then Carolina versus New Jersey. I have Carolina easily taking that in 5 games. New Jersey without Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton, they're just not going to be too good. And then we'll go back over to the West, where I have the Colorado Avalanche beating the Winnipeg Jets in 6 games. And then I have the LA Kings beating the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't know. That's just a feeling. I'm just feeling it. That's just one of my underdog picks right there. And then we have the Florida Panthers beating the Toronto Maple Leafs, sadly. It's just history repeats itself. And then we have the Carolina Hurricanes beating the Washington Capitals. I think that will be a very good series. I just think Carolina's more of a complete team. They've been there, done that. Sure, some of the guys on Washington have, but I don't know. That's their first year together. All of these new guys like Chikrin, Strom hasn't been there very long. Patras, like McMichael, all these guys are just starting to come out, and I think they'll be good for a couple more years, even after Ovi's done. And then we go back to the Western Conference, where I have the Avalanche beating the Kings. I think this one's pretty simple. I think the Avalanche will dominate that series. And then we have Florida versus Carolina. I have Florida, and I think this is what finally pushes Florida to being a dynasty. They don't even need to win the cup to be a dynasty. Just the fact that they've been there 3 years in a row, they're a dynasty. And then ultimately, I have the Florida Panthers beating the Colorado Avalanche in the finals to go back to back. This team, it's just, they're so built to win playoff games. It's crazy. I don't, I like, you don't look at very many teams and just go, oh, they're built to win in the playoffs. They are built for the playoffs. They are not built to win in the regular season. That's why they didn't win their division. They didn't even come second in their division. They're third in their division, and I don't think they care. They are built to win in the playoffs. Just that team with Kachuk, Bennett, Marchand, those three are three different fucking animals. It's just going to be so awful to deal with that every single game, especially if you go 7 games. It's going to be so hard in that seventh game just to not be frustrated and pissed off and all this different stuff. Like that team's just gonna wear you down for 7 straight games. Okay, but that's all. Um, Hope you guys enjoy the playoffs. I'm really excited. See you in the next one.